Alright, it's early morning and I'm at Moynihan Station right now. It dawned on me that apparently I never did a video using the Acela business class, so I'm trying to do that right now.
Wilmington, Baltimore, Washington, Alexandria, Quantica, Fredericksburg, Richmond.
Alright, so the weather today is not great. My hair is curly, but hopefully that shouldn't be an issue for this trip. I haven't really seen any rain delays today, so...
Attention, please. This is a boarding call for...
But yeah, as far as I know, there are no delays this morning. So that shouldn't be a problem, hopefully. We'll cross our fingers on that. So for the first time on this channel, I'm taking the train from New York to DC. I've had these videos stocked up for a while, but in the order I was posting it, it was always a trip from DC to New York. Now it's the other way around. Because I'm traveling on a weekend, this trip is expected to take a bit longer as the train makes additional stops. However, it is still 20 to 30 minutes faster than your typical regional train. An interesting fact about the Acela is that it actually does not offer coach class. Instead, all passengers have to book either business or first class. However, in my opinion, it does seem like the business class product is the coach product for this train, and we'll get into that later. At the time of booking, the base cost of this trip was actually $70, however, it's now since jumped to $72. That doesn't make a major difference, and it's still cheaper than your normal business class ticket on regular trains, but at the same time, it's still a premium over a regular coach ticket. And just like any other coach or business class ticket, it does not guarantee you access to the Metropolitan Lounge. Business class passengers are able to pay a $50 fee to enter the lounge in New York, or they can use a lounge pass or their status. The Metropolitan Lounge in New York is Amtrak's premier lounge, and it's currently being used to test out new ideas and concepts for other lounges throughout the country. While enjoying my breakfast at the lounge, the staff announced the track that my train is departing from on the PA system a couple minutes before it's announced to the entire station. This gives me a chance to line up at the track before everyone else. Taking a first look at the seat, we can see that there's quite a bit of space and the seats are well padded, which is great for my journey today. The seats are 21 inches wide and offer 36 inches of pitch, which is slightly better than what you get in coach. The at-seat amenities include charging outlets by the windows, curtains, footrests, and this giant table that's much bigger than what you would get on any Northeast regional train, as well as a seat back pocket. The train also offers airline-style enclosed overhead storage as well as reserved seating, which is great if you're traveling with groups and don't want to fight for a seat. Alright, so something interesting happened. There was this couple that had a pair of seats near me, and another pair of people had that same seat as well. What turned out to occur was these people had their seat changed and they had no knowledge of it. Now, I'm not sure if it's something that they did or if it's something that Amtrak did, but it is important to double check your seat reservations the day of your trip just to make sure that they haven't changed. And not too long after everyone got settled, my train made its 3-hour journey to DC. platform in the train, landing train needed to center bar. Interestingly enough, in car 6, there's actually a galley over there. This might be a remnant of a previous era of Acela. But let's take a quick walk through the train to the cafe car. The first thing you notice when walking between cars is the open gangway, which allows you to easily cross between different cars of the train. We also see additional storage and trash receptacles at the entrance to each car. The entire train is laid out in a 2x2 configuration, with tables for 4 people for larger groups. Every seat is a reserved business class seat, which means that business class passengers don't get priority boarding or special perks. At the end of each car, we also have 2 restrooms, as well as additional luggage storage and another trash receptacle. And after going through those automatic doors one more time, we find ourselves in car number 4, where the cafe car is located. Car number 4 is directly in the middle of the train. First class passengers in car number 1 are actually isolated from the rest of the train, so they're not able to come here. Instead, they get their food and beverages from the galley located in car 1. Just like the one I showed you in car 6. Compared to the amphitheats on the Northeast Regional, the cafe car here on the Acela is very different. For starters, the space dedicated to the kitchen is much larger, and the space dedicated for seats is significantly less here. Also, the seats here aren't very comfortable. And lastly, one of the biggest blunders is that we don't get free drinks here, even though we're in business class. The current Acela train sets have reached the end of their useful lifespan, and we can currently see the replacements usually sitting in Philadelphia. These new Acela Liberty passenger train sets from Alstom have had a lot of electrical and mechanical issues preventing them from running in passenger service. However, at the time of posting, it seems like these issues are being resolved, and we might get to see these trains later this year. Taking a look at the restrooms on board the train, we can see that they're actually really large. They have a huge mirror and a nice big sink. For the most part, everything is well stocked and in working condition. But interestingly enough, these restrooms are the exact same ones that you're going to find in the first class car. Amtrak doesn't seem to differentiate between restrooms. Underneath the mirror, you'll find cups, paper towels, a blow dryer, and an outlet. Amtrak also provides toilet seat covers at every toilet. The bathroom also has a large changing table and a long mirror, as well as multiple trash cans. Overall, this is one of Amtrak's best restrooms.
Next station stop, BWI over Marshall Airport. Taking passengers before boarding this train. Once again, this is our final stop, Washington Union Station.
Overall, like most journeys on the Northeast Corridor, this was a pretty great journey. The seat at this business class train was a very comfortable seat with tons of legroom and space for me to spread out. There were a lot of amenities just like any other business class train. The one additional amenity that you get here that you don't get in the Northeast Regional is armrests, but that seems to come at the cost of getting free drinks on the train, so it's best to bring your own. But in my opinion, I would gladly give up my free drink privileges for a cheaper ticket. And with ticket prices that are comparable to coach tickets, this is a worthy upgrade in my opinion. Usually when I'm booking my tickets, I'm not always paying the base price, so sometimes when I'm booking, the price of a coach ticket is very similar to the price of a business class ticket on Acela, which always makes the Acela a better option. While these trains are very old and reaching the end of their life, I highly recommend trying to ride one before they retire. But if you're still trying to figure out which class of service you want to use while riding between New York and DC, Amtrak offers many different services between these two cities, and there are a ton of videos I have planned in the future showcasing them all off. And if you're interested, consider subscribing.